Baby boomers. You've worked for a long time and now want to enjoy the fruit of your labour, but how exactly do you do that? Superannuation is a cornerstone of financial security in retirement for Australians, yet despite the crucial role of superannuation in retirement planning, the level of engagement and understanding of superannuation details varies widely across the generations. In this series, we'll be investigating these different perspectives to see how each generation can make the most of their super. In this episode, we're looking at baby boomers. 40% of baby boomers consider superannuation a key cornerstone for future security, which makes sense considering their proximity to that. But there are several ways for you to ensure that you put strategies in place in order to ensure that you can retire comfortably. I've taken to the streets to hear directly from baby boomers themselves to find out their thoughts on superannuation. So how often do you think about superannuation?
Oh, every week when the paycheck comes. It's wonderful. Best job I've ever had, retirement.
Not really, except for payment day. That's about it.
To find out more about how baby boomers can best prepare for retirement, I sat down with Daniel Tester, a senior advisor from Findex.
Baby boomers have got a great opportunity to start looking at superannuation as early as possible because this will form most of the time their biggest retirement asset base. And it's about maximising things like concessional and non-concessional contributions, considering whether they're looking at downsizing their family home and if it's appropriate to consider a downsized contribution before doing any of these strategies or making any of these contributions. It's important to seek financial advice. And as a result of that, we can also look at financial modelling, which can assist in visualising what the future retirement plan actually looks like. Around that financial modelling, we can build in some contingencies. And those contingencies are really important, especially with a rising cost of living, as well as maybe spending money when it comes to planning the longest holiday of your life, such as retirement. It's really important to make sure that you have your security lined up.
With financial modelling a key strategy in securing the future for baby boomers, I wanted to find out more about how it actually works.
Financial models, whilst they're very assumptive, tell the story by looking at the picture of where they currently are and what this future retirement lifestyle could look like and what their asset position is going to look like at that future point in time. Especially when we're thinking about, well, what does retirement look like? Security is a really big part of that. Changes when it comes to retirement planning are inevitable. The legislation changes that happen on an annual basis, increases to how much needs to be taken out of an environment like a pension. These are all things that are typically planned for, and good financial modelling can actually support some scenarios that could eventuate in the future. When we look at the assumptions that modelling helps us provide, it talks to, okay, well, we can have a baseline scenario that will show us what our baseline living costs are, and then we can build some contingencies around that in an increased cost of living, taking some holidays more often than not, or just increasing things so that we know that there is a buffer, and having that security is really important.
With this in mind, I wanted to find out what strategies baby boomers have used in order to secure their retirement.
We just tailor our spending to our income. We live within our means and life is very comfortable.
Maybe paying off my home quickly, which we did, and then we had our finances to live on and save them.
Findex's Superannuation and Retirement Insights report reveals that baby boomers are currently the most engaged generation when it comes to seeking financial advice. But how can they set their younger relatives up for a more secure future?
Baby boomers are very much the most engaged when it comes to financial advice services and seeking financial advice out fairly early. It's important to start the conversation though with the family around what it means to have a trusted advice relationship where a financial advisor can assist not just the family but the individuals build their financial literacy and education around money, and also ensure that the family are all on the same page. There may be some competing goals and objectives, but financial security is a really important topic to discuss across the family group, especially if we're talking legacy and intergenerational wealth transfers. Planning for the legacy transfer or that intergenerational wealth transfer is a significant part of, again, a good financial plan. And also, it's the conversation that is typically had with all the family members when the time is right, but as early as possible. Legacy planning can be a really challenging conversation because some parents don't want to show the cards too early to their loved ones and the family. But it's also important to understand what the family does currently hold and what people do stand to inherit in the future. Purely because it's important to educate on what possible changes may need to be accounted for in the future, as well as making sure that the people who are inheriting the money know what their future financial plan looks like too. And incorporating that at a future point in time is also a significant benefit, because they can start to consider some of those changes and what that could mean for them.
It's clear that thorough preparation and planning are key to securing the future for baby boomers. But how significant has superannuation been for them in planning their retirement?
Fairly significant, because you want to be comfortable. So yes, but you still have to be careful, but you can still have lots of fun and time. Yeah, it's great.
Look, my message to the baby boomers, obviously, is some of the most engaged client bases that we have, which is really, really important. If you haven't started that legacy conversation, that retirement planning conversation, please reach out. If you currently are, I encourage you, most importantly, to speak to your financial advisor and involve your family in these conversations, because these are really important, and the sooner the better. The better education, the better financial literacy, it's really important for the family group.
It's evident that superannuation holds significant importance for baby boomers as a crucial aspect of future security, especially given that you're nearing retirement age. However, it's imperative for you to proactively implement strategic measures to ensure a comfortable retirement. By taking decisive action now, you can pave the way towards a retirement that meets your financial needs and aspirations. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time we upload a video. We've got a lot of valuable information coming your way, and check out Findex's Superannuation and Retirement Insights report linked in the description below. In the meantime, you can check out some more great content here on the Findex YouTube channel right now.